What's up, guys? This is Chris, aka Barn on 11970. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out my video. And I just wanted to show this is a video. If you have not had the chance to, I highly recommend you checking this out. It's a video I did 6 years ago and still holds water today. And it'll show that votes don't really count. And it's unfortunate. And both sides should see the pain of what happens when people in government become tyrannical over the past decades, because this is not something new. I mean, like I said, if you're a Trump supporter, you're not happy with what's going on now. But also, if you're a Democrat, you're not going to be as happy either because of the fact, I guarantee you, most progressive leftists would have wanted somebody like Tulsi Gabbard or Bernie Sanders, who, is actually an independent, but he seems to be always in link with the Democrats. But because of the way they rigged the Democratic elections, you didn't get your choice either. So nobody's really winning here in this situation. Now, there's supposedly going to be some lawsuits. I've seen, I forget this woman's name, but she is a human rights lawyer that's working for Trump. I'm sure many people have seen the videos. Now, this is not about this president. This should be about the fact that we are fighting against a government that is not for the people anymore. And it's been that way for a long time. And if you see this video, like I said, and that's why I'm showing it, because I cannot stress enough to watch this video. It's 90 minutes, but it's well worth it. How I've taught people, and it's like it says, 6 years ago I made this. It had 630 something thousand views 3.5 years ago. But YouTube is basically that since it started going viral. So if you haven't watched it or you don't know about it, you can thank YouTube for that. But there's supposedly all these lawsuits that are going on right now. So the world is watching what's going to happen. Because whether you love this country or not, it has the potential for the most freedoms of any country in the world. And that's why everybody wants to come here, either legally or illegally. Now, each person is going to have their different opinion, but facts are facts. Most people are not all running down to go to, Nicaragua or Chile or Afghanistan. I'm sure they might be wonderful countries, but let's face facts. So these lawsuits, it's either going to turn into what they've been doing for years, where they'll have investigations and they'll have studies and they'll have research and no one gets in trouble and nothing gets done, or this will be the final time where they finally put an end to tyranny. And people on both sides, and all sides, should want this. You should want to know that when you vote for your candidate, whoever they are, that you get a fair opportunity. Because it's not the votes that count, it's the people that count the votes. And if you have a dishonest system, then basically, who is going to want to vote, knowing that no matter what they do, it's not going to count in the way you thought it was? So we all need to understand, for this system to work, and we're living in a reality where this is the system we have. So unless the people stand up for themselves in unity and decide it's time to make a change, this is what we have to work with. And you have to work with what you can. Now, obviously, would I want a better system? Absolutely. But we have to work with what we have, so we have to be realist. But this is going to tell us one of two things. One, that Trump supposedly meant everything that he said, and he's going to take people to court, and the system's going to change, and people are going to end up in prison. And he needed to first expose them all, which he's done, and he needed to have the courts in order, which he's done with the Supreme Court, and he had to make sure the Senate was in order in his favor, which it is. So if nobody goes to jail and nobody does anything other than investigations, we know this is another stall tactic that's going to teach people that they're not here for us. But if they do it and we end up with a better system because of it, then I'm all for it. But I have a feeling this would have to happen relatively soon, and I would assume before January 1st. So the world is watching President Trump to see what is going to happen. Because remember, in 2016, when he was debating Hillary Clinton, one of the famous lines he said is, if Trump became president, He said to Hillary Clinton, "You'd be in jail." Well, it's 4 years now, and she's not in jail. Should she be for her crimes? I'll let you decide that. Or better yet, we should have a jury decide that. It has been clear over the multiples of years, not just these 4 years, that the people, the quote-unquote citizens, which are corporations if you know legalese, and that's why I recommend watching this video, they get treated differently than somebody that works in the government. If we did 1/16 of what some of these people have done, we'd be in prison and they'd throw away the key. We can no longer allow free passes. It's just, to me, mind-blowing, because then the government basically says, do as we say, not as we do. And either the law is the same for everyone, or it should not exist the way it currently works. And these are just my opinions. You don't have to share them. And you know, if you come to my channel, you have the opportunity, as long as you speak eloquently and like an adult and don't have to name call and make up silly accusations, that you can disagree, but just show a counterpoint. And at least watch a video, because I had somebody the other day, well, from one of my videos yesterday, claim that one of the still images I showed was a fake still image, when I clearly showed the YouTube channel and the link, well, not the link, but the name of the title of the video, and all you had to do is check it to see it was a video and not some photoshopped image. So the time now for us in this world is to not be lazy, is to actually work together, because somebody out there watching this may be happy with the way the outcome came out, but that doesn't mean the next time that outcome will go in your favor. So this can go back and forth, or we can stand up for our rights, and that doesn't mean starting wars, that doesn't mean burning down buildings, that doesn't mean shooting or hurting people. It means using the system for what it is, because remember, the document starts out with "we the people." So the world is watching you, Trump. I hope, and I'm sure many people hope, that all the things that you've said you're going to do is actually going to happen, because if it doesn't, people will lose faith in the system, and then there really is no more United States of America corporation, and it'll be just another business that goes out of business. So I really hope that people will not let this fade away, and they decide to do the right thing, and it's time for true unity. Like I said, if you are a Biden fan, you might be happy today or this week with what's currently happening. That can change in an instant. But next time, it could be your person that got taken advantage of and fraudulently lost. Because remember, like I said, I guarantee most progressive leftists who honestly voted would have preferred Bernie Sanders or even Tulsi Gabbard to be their nominee. But they didn't get that chance because that was stolen from them. So make no mistakes, both sides get affected. Because if you think about what the progressive left wants, they want more inclusion for women, more inclusion for minorities, more inclusion of people with economic problems, more people in the transgender agenda lifestyle. And yet, who did they end up with? An old, rich, straight, white man as their selection. I guarantee you that is not what they wanted. And the reason you got that over on the left is because the system was rigged, because they select. It's not an election, it's a selection. And when I made this video, The Truth About the United States Law and You, and there's two versions. This is the extended version. You can watch both. But when I talked about this and said how your votes don't matter and how you're a corporation, I was made fun of, ridiculed, attacked, insulted, and even given death threats. And then YouTube, like I said, basically has silenced this to where it averages maybe 90 views a month at best. And this it was going viral 3.5, 4 years ago, and they put an end to that real quick. So like I said, about 3.5, 4 years ago, this had 638,000 views. And you can see how little it's gone up since that time. So I need your help. This video will automatically be flagged, just like all my videos, and just to show you, I'm going to go to the videos, my last 3 videos, and you can see I average negative 115 subscribers. So I lose subscribers all the time, and people tell me all the time they get unsubscribed. But as you can see, all 3 videos I did yesterday, none speak of violence, none curse, none are giving false information, and all 3 got flagged automatically. So if anybody can join my Patreon, obviously you don't have to. If you look in the description, there's also cashback programs that I actually work with where you can sign up for them, and I get a percentage if you use them. So it helps. I've been out of work for since March, so actually going over 8 months now. And I'm doing this on my birthday today. Today is my birthday, because remember, my channel is born on 11/9/70. That's my birthday. I was born November 9th, 1970. So it shows that I care about this country, and I care about truth. We don't always have to agree, but on all sides, we should agree. We should be entitled to a fair choice where we get to elect who we want in this democracy. Now, until we can come up with something better, we have to work with what we have. Wishful thinking is not going to change the world, so we have to be real when it comes to this stuff. You can succeed in any type of situation if you put your heart and soul into it. If you give up, you'll get what you give. So thank you for everybody for the birthday wishes. That was really nice of you. If you could hit the like button and share button, it really is appreciated. If you see any links in the description, like my PayPal me account, or I can also accept Bitcoins and stuff like that. If anybody can share them, it will really help me. I don't ask that very often, but being out of work since March, and them, like I said, taking away ad revenue of my videos just because they don't like the fact that I have people think, it's very frustrating. And as you can see, here's my views. I have 46,000. Well, I used to have 48,000, but I've lost so many. These are the views I get on my videos. And this is coming from a channel that's the most I've had in a long time. And that was because the title said a warning to pay attention to. But you notice I can't even reach 1,000 views. There you go. Or just close to 1,000 with 47,000 subscribers. So you can see they have ghost banned my channel. So anybody that can join the Patreon, obviously you don't have to, and no, I'm not begging for money. It helps because it helps me feed my stray cats that are outside and the stray cats we've taken inside. So any money goes towards paying for cat food and stuff, because one of the cats just had another litter, and we're spending money to get them fixed, but we have to wait until she can get them off of being weaned before we can do that. So I'm spending my own money, my wife is spending her own money, and any help is always appreciated, even if it's just sharing those links. So thank you very much, and I appreciate the birthday wishes, but the world is watching. So let's be good representatives of the world and show them that we can change corruption, we can vacate evil, and we can work together. Because like I've been saying for a long time, they have been using divide and conquer, and they're using it very well these days. It's time for us to drop our little petty differences and see both sides have been taken advantage of, and we need to have them accountable for their actions. I don't believe in the death penalty, but I do believe that sometimes you have to be punished for the things that you do wrong. So I would have no problem with people being in prison for what they've done. What you decide is up to you. I'm just sharing my point of view and give you the respect to let you do that on your own. So thanks for watching. Please check out that video if you haven't. Probably won't be able to share it because YouTube makes it very difficult to share my videos. And I will be enjoying the rest of my day. My wife was nice enough to make me a cake. And Fire Breather just did a a super chat. So thank you. That was very nice of you. And he says, "Thanks for being you." And that's the one thing about my channel. You may not always like what I say. You may not like me as a person or whatever. But the one thing you could say is I'm consistent, and I definitely do that. I'm me. I don't put up a fake facade. I don't put up fancy videos and cut them up so I look perfect. I'm just me speaking from the heart. And I think that should matter the most. So thank you so much for all your kindness. Thank you to the 22 people that were kind enough to hit the thumbs up button, the 47 people watching. Leave your comments, share these videos, and let's see if we'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they're actually going to try and fix something. If nothing gets done, then we pretty much know that it's time for the people to start putting their authority back in we the people. Again, without any violence. Thanks for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.